Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jesse and I make videos on budgeting, saving money, paying debt, and also doing some saving money challenges. If this interests you in any way, please consider subscribing. We do upload 3 videos per week. Now with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today we will be stuffing check number 1 in our cash envelopes for February 2020. Yes, can't believe it's already the second month of 2020. It's pretty insane. But again, we are going to be stuffing the check number 1, and today we are going to be stuffing, which I have it right here, and we'll count it together to make sure all the money is there. But we are going to be stuffing a total of $2,000. Okay, this is my paycheck. And then that's that. So one thing I do want to mention is I did upgrade the envelopes that I have. As you can see, I printed this fancy font and created new ones because the other ones were not that good anymore. I think it's good to upgrade your envelopes at least once a month so you can start fresh. Okay, at least that's what I think. Okay, so those of you that are new, what I do use, well, what myself and my wife, what we do use is a cash envelope system. Okay, so the sheet that you see right here for February 2020, this essentially lists all the expenses that we have for the month. So for example, let me just walk you through so you guys can kind of understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so of course here at the top we have the month, we have the income, we have 4 areas here for checks, with check 1, which we're going to be stuffing today, is 2,000. We have check 2, check 3, and check 4. 4 because we do get 4 checks a month. Well, I do get an extra check 2 times in the year, but I'll let you guys know about that once those months come by. Okay, so this is how it works. If you see here on the expenses, from rent, utilities, groceries, restaurants, car gas, all the way down to savings, this basically gives us what we're going to be spending for the month. Essentially, these are the bills that we have on a monthly basis. Okay, now here on the total, what it shows is how much we're going to be spending for each of those bills. Okay, so for example, rent. Let's take rent as an example. The rent that we do pay is $1,600 a month. So what we do is we break that $1,600 into 4 different, we divide it by 4 basically, so which means that in the first check we're going to put 400, the second 400, third 400, and the last one 400, which will bring a total of $1,600. Okay, so that's basically it. I don't break everything down on 4 checks. So for example, for internet, I don't think I'm gonna break it down in 4. I can just use this check, that way it makes it easier. Okay, so that's that. And again, we did upgrade the envelopes for this month. Okay, let me know what you guys think about these envelopes. They're pretty basic. I mean, it's just literally from the Dollar Tree, and I just went on Word doc, printed this font. I thought it's pretty cool. It stands out a little bit more for the video so you guys can see it better. I think it's pretty neat since it's a new month. Okay, now question of the day. Before we move forward, let me know in the comment section right now what methoding system you guys currently use in your life. I will respond to every single comment, even if it's 1,000 comments. I will respond to each one. So let me know in the comment section right now. The other thing that we have here is, of course, our paycheck. Okay, so what we're going to do first, now let me take out the paycheck. That way we can count it together, and again, it should be $2,000. So if you guys know me, I like my money facing a certain way, actually like this. Okay, so that's why it takes a little bit longer sometimes to count it. So what I'm gonna do right now is just put all the money facing one way, that way we can start counting. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are like that. That's how I am, but that's just me. Okay, so let me just go ahead and do it. Again, it is $2,000, and let me see the 20s. Something that you guys have been asking me is about fund money. Jesse, why is this fund money so high? I'll give you guys a little explanation later on in the video to let you know if we're going to be dropping that for this month, or we're going to be keeping it the same, because currently we do have it at $1,500 per month. Okay, but I'll let you know once we get to that category when we're stuffing our envelopes. Okay, so let me go ahead and fix it. I think the cash envelope system is one of the most basic ways to budget. If you guys don't have any type of budgeting system right now, start off with the cash envelopes. It makes it easier. You know exactly where all of your dollars are going, which is what's I mean, that's the point of the cash envelope system. Some of you guys might be able to do it everything, you know, online, do everything digital, which is fine, right? But if you are not disciplined, you can literally lose track right away. Before you know it, you're you're running low. Okay, you're not gonna know exactly where your money is going. Okay, so now, again, we have all the envelopes here, as you guys can see here. So the only envelope that has some cash in here is the groceries. Where's the groceries? Groceries, utilities. The groceries is hiding somewhere. Okay, so let me just take out the groceries really quick. The reason there's some money in here, because this was $40 that was left over from last month. So I'm gonna be doing this one, that's just rolling it over, because we are gonna be putting for the whole month. We do budget $300 for groceries. Okay. Now the other one that I should mention that has some cash is, where is it at? It's the sinking funds. The sinking funds, if you guys have seen my video, we do have a specific video on sinking funds. Let me count it out. We should have 495 because we are, let me just count out really quick. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95. So the reason we have a sinking fund set up is because my wife's car isn't doing too well right now. It has been, you know, messing up. So what we're trying to do is, we're hoping that her car can last towards the end of the year. That way we can go ahead and buy a new car. We're gonna see if we can try to pay as much of it in cash, but that's why we're saving it now, because we know that expense is gonna be coming up later on in the year, okay? So it's better to always prepare in advance, which is why we're doing that. And honestly, we're doing videos like this, it keeps us accountable, make sure we are saving for that. And also it'll be fun once we get to that point in the year, you guys can follow us, and you guys can see the whole process when we purchase that car, okay? But with that being said, let's go and get into the stuffing the envelopes. So we have, the first one is going to be rent. So for rent, as I mentioned, this month we are going to be putting $400, okay? So I'm going to get $400. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm gonna get the $400. I'm gonna be putting them in the envelope, and again, we do pay $1,600 for the month. Okay, so there we go. $400 has been stuffed away. So I'm gonna put this one to the side. Now groceries. Okay, so for groceries, sorry, no, it's utilities. Actually, utilities first. Utilities. On this check, I'm not gonna be putting any money. I'll wait for the next checks, okay? Kind of did the math already. So for this check, we're not going to be putting anything for utilities. Although for utilities, we do pay $60 a month. Now the utilities that we pay at this apartment that we're currently staying at is we only pay for gas and electricity, okay? Which is pretty good because we take long showers and we take advantage of that. Anyway, so now for groceries, okay? So for groceries, we are going to be putting in $160, okay, which will bring it to total of $200. Since we already have $200 here left over from last month, we're only going to be putting $160. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. Okay, $160 will be going into this envelope for groceries. One thing I like to do, guys, to be honest, is I like to make sure at least the first check that we get for the month, the categories that are the most important to fill out for me are groceries, restaurants, and then the fun money. Fun money because, well, it's fun money, right? But I think groceries and restaurants oh no, actually groceries, restaurants, and car gas, because those are the expenses that typically come up the fastest, okay? But that's just me, okay? That's just me. Okay, so now with that being said, we're gonna go on now into the restaurants. So for restaurants, we're only gonna be putting for this check $140, okay? So let me get 100, 20, 40, perfect. So I'll get the envelope for the restaurants. Put it here. There we go. I actually like these envelopes better, guys. I don't know. I feel like it stands out a little bit more. The outline, the color makes it a little bit better for you guys to see, which is why I do it, so you guys can see it better. Okay. Now, car gas for this month, we are going to be putting $160. So let's get the 100, 20, 40, and 60. Perfect. So let's get the car gas envelope. Oops. Still has some glue. If you guys were wondering, I didn't use tape, I just used glue. And if you can notice, it's kind of ripping already, but it's fine. Maybe my wife actually has been saying for us to create envelopes, but maybe for later on. That might be a work in progress for later on. Okay. So now, cell phone. Cell phone is a total $130 for the month, but for today we are going to be putting only $100. So cell phone. Let me open up the envelope. Get the $100 bill. Beautiful dollar bill. It's a blue face. And let me put it away. Put it to the side. Now the next thing is the internet. Internet, look guys, as I mentioned, internet is only 35 bucks. It makes no sense for me to break it down like, you know, how much would it be, like 8 bucks per check. I'd rather pay it all right now, okay? Sorry, my handwriting is a little sloppy, but that's what I'm gonna be doing, okay? So let me get the fives. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, right there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, all right? $35 for internet. If you guys are wondering, we do use Spectrum. That's we actually have the cheapest package because I did not want to spend, well, myself and my wife we did not want to spend more than like 60 bucks. But for now, that's what we're paying, around 35 bucks. To be honest, it's actually like $32, but I'd rather just round it up, and that way it makes it easy for myself to know where, you know, how to break down each of the, because I don't like to break it down to the dollar. I like to break it down by like 5 increments or 10 increments, okay? Now, student loans. Student loans, we do pay a total of $400 for the whole month, but if you guys are curious about the student loans, when it comes to student loans, it's only mine, and currently I do owe, no, not 200, 25,000. It's around 25,000. This is what the current bill is. But for today, since we do pay $400 for the month, we're budgeting only for $100 for today's check. Okay. Now, when it comes to student loans, you guys might be asking yourself, Jesse, why aren't you just paying it more aggressively? Why is your fund money so high? One thing that I am doing on the side, maybe I can make a video. Let me know right now if you guys would like that video. Actually, I am selling on eBay right now to make extra income on the side. You know what, let me put the screenshot right here on the screen so you guys can see it. That's basically the amount of money that we've made this past January. It's around $500, $600, and that's something that I do. I resell stuff on eBay. Pretty good seller, which is something that I'm doing to try to, you know, help pay this debt a little bit quicker. Okay, if you want a video specifically how to sell on eBay, let me know in the comment section. Why not? But let me see. Now the next item is the insurance. Car insurance for the whole month is $170, but for today we're only going to put in $100. So one thing I do want to ask right now, if you guys are enjoying the video up until this point, make sure to smash that like button. That will help out the channel a lot. So make sure to smash that like button and share it with a friend, and maybe they can join us as well. Okay. Okay, so for car insurance, we're good to go. That's that. Now the gym. And again, gym is only $40, so which means I'm going to be putting in the whole $40 in there. So 20, 40, and there we go, 40 bucks. Again, for gym. We actually haven't been going to the gym. It's something that we need to start doing again to be healthy, and also, you know, just to be active, right? It's very important to be active. Parents, we do give them $300 a month. So we're gonna, today we're only gonna be putting $100. If you guys are wondering, we still do help out our parents. I mean, it's only $300, but it's something, it's more of a thank you for them. So because they've done so much for us when we were in school, when, you know, we were kids and all that. I think it's a good reimbursement for them, right? So again, for parents, it is $100. Okay, so put that to the side. Vacation is $150 for the month, but for today we are going to be putting only $100. So let me get a blue face right here. Let me put it in here. Oops. There we go. So vacation, good to go. Put it to the side. Now we have sinking funds. Sinking funds for the whole month, we are going to be putting $500 on to the side, but for today we are going to be putting only $125. Okay, so as I mentioned, my wife's car is kind of messing up, and we are trying to prepare for that expense. I think sinking funds is something you guys should always have, because sinking funds, you know, it can save you a headache. And if you guys remember for earlier in the video, we do have some cash already in there because from last month. But for this check, we're only going to be putting $125, and for the total for the entire February, the month of February, we are going to be putting a total $500 in here. Okay, but as I mentioned, sinking funds are something that you guys should always think about, especially if you guys know of an expense that's coming. For example, ourselves, a car, right? It makes no sense for us just to be waiting and not putting money to the side when we know eventually we are going to need a new car. Sinking funds, it takes basically the stress away when you're gonna have such a big purchase, because you know you have some money in hand for that expense specifically. Okay, of course there are expenses that come out randomly, but if you know an expense is coming for sure in the near future, create a sinking fund. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is just put a certain amount, depending, you know, what you want to purchase, put a certain amount of money to the side, and you're good to go. Okay, but again, this cash envelope system is something that we're using currently. I know a lot of folks, I've seen the zero-based budget, which is basically this, but I need to do more research on that. Maybe I'll make a video on that. But for now, the cash envelope system, we have been doing this since November, actually, because we got married in October. We kind of started in November, but you know, since then we've been, you know, adjusting stuff here and there and trying to get better at it. And so far, honestly, my wife is on board, I'm on board, and it makes it very easy when both of you guys are on the same page. Okay. Now, the last item that I have here is fund money. So for today, we are going to be putting $400. So if you guys see here, we have $1,500 for fund money. A lot of you guys have been saying that our fund money is really high, especially because we have that $25,000 debt. And it's true. I totally agree. I totally see your point. But here's the thing. One thing that we're doing as well, and I'll put the video here on the upper right hand corner on the card. Myself and my wife are doing a saving money challenge, which is pretty fun. We are basically saving all the cash that we get back. If it's $1, $5, $10, and some 20s, we'll put it in this big bucket that I have from our coffee, and we'll just throw cash in there, and then we basically count it every week to see how much we have. In around 5 weeks, we've already saved in that little bucket around $934, if I'm not mistaken. Again, if you want to watch the most recent video, I really highly recommend it. It's right here in the upper right hand corner. Maybe it'll motivate you guys to save a little bit extra, because as you guys can see, the fund money is pretty high, but honestly, majority of that portion actually goes into that little bucket as well, which essentially is another savings account that we have, right? Because we do have our specific savings, our bulk of our savings that we save, but that challenge that myself and my wife are doing, that's just an extra type of savings, okay? So I think that's why for now we're going to keep that fund money the way it is. Maybe we'll change it later on, but for now, that's where we're going to be at, okay? So again, for fund money, we are going to be putting $400. So we have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80. So this is 380. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So we have $400 right here. And let me put it away. So again, those $1,500, myself and my wife, we basically divided up. So she'll get $750, I'll get $750, and that's basically it. Okay, so I'll put it there. Now the last one is the savings. I'm not going to be counting the savings right now, although maybe you guys can do the math already, but I'm not going to be counting it. Okay, the plan is I'm always going to be doing one video at the end of the month to count out how much money we ended up saving. Okay, if you are wondering how much we ended up saving last month of January 2020, when we did close out the month, it was around $2,600, which is pretty good, which basically is if you count it for the whole year, we're roughly going to be able to save around 31,000, 32,000, maybe a little bit more. But it really depends on the month, because as I mentioned, there are going to be some month I am going to be getting 2 checks. Okay, so again, that's basically it for today. This is essentially what we use. Again, just a quick recap, so you guys can take, I'm not going to read everything, but you guys can maybe pause it, see where we've allocated all of our money, from rent, groceries, all the way down to savings. And if you see here, I didn't put anything on savings because I'm not going to count it. Okay, so it's a pretty easy sheet that I've created, pretty straightforward. I like it. And maybe if you guys are interested, maybe you guys can create something like this. You don't have to create it on Word, because that's where I created it. You can maybe just, I don't know, just manually create it. Okay, I think it's something that's basic, but it really keeps you on track, keeps you on check, and you know exactly where all of your money is going. Okay, so that's basically it for today. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and also check out the other videos that I have on this channel. I'm very grateful for all of you guys that have subscribed, that have commented, and any comment that you guys have, leave it in the comment section below. I do respond to every single comment, I promise. Even if it's 1,000 comments, I'll respond to every single one of them. And that's basically it. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone. Have a good one.